Hey Unbox fam! Welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. My name is Leia and this is my review of the Samsung Galaxy S20. Pero bago yon, gusto ko muna kayo kamustahin fam. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're safe. I know these are tough times kaya dapat maging mas matatag pa tayo. So for now, let's take care of our health. Let's take care of our families. Let's be kind to each other. Let's pray for one another. Makakaraos din to. So let's talk about the phone. I've been using the S20 as my main driver for 2 weeks now and I'm very happy with it. Actually, natuwa ako because I got it in the pink color variant when I was in San Francisco for the launch before all the quarantines and everything. I saw it in the blue color and in the gray color, but I always thought that it's prettiest in pink and here it is. I set it in my hands-on and I'll say it again, this is my favorite among the S20 series for one simple reason. It's the smallest of the bunch. Kasi ngayon, palaki na ng palaki yung smartphones, yung Ultra 6.9 inches. I know, I get the appeal. It's better for streaming, it's great for gaming because of the screen size. Pero if you have small hands like mine, medyo struggle din kasi yung big phones. Una, mahirap maabot yung mga buttons. Pangalawa, they tend to be heavy. And third, for some reason, mas nadodrop ko yung mga bigger phones. I think it's because I have a hard time with the grip. So, I know it's subjective, but if you have small hands like mine, the size of the S20 is just right. Because it's a smaller phone, obviously smaller din yung display niya, it's a 6.2-inch Quad HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED display with HDR Plus support. And currently, yung refresh rate ko is 120Hz and fam, sobrang ganda niya. Before, impressed na ako sa AMOLED display ng Samsung, lalo na ngayon, sobra siyang nakaka-spoil. Just take note that if your refresh rate is 120Hz, the resolution is only FHD+. So, I suppose Samsung did this to prolong the battery life of the phone, but I can't help but wish na sana okay na sila na Quad HD Plus with 120Hz resolution. Choice na natin yon as a consumer whether or not gagamitin natin or hindi. Ang important naman is alam natin that it affects the battery life. So, I really hope na ayusin nila to through maybe a software update in the future. Speaking of battery, the one on the S20 is 4000 mAh. Now, when I first had the phone, naka 60Hz lang yung refresh rate ko and it lasted me the whole day, no problem. But now, since I'm just home, naka-quarantine ako, I figured now might as well enjoy the display to the fullest. So, naka 120Hz siya. And I did notice, yes, the battery drains faster. So, I have to plug my phone every 6 to 7 hours. Just like many of you guys, I use my smartphone for both work and entertainment. So, 1 minute I am writing an email, then later I'll be scrolling through my social media feed or watching a YouTube video, then taking a con call next. And I need my phone to be able to handle all that multitasking. And the S20 is small, but it's really powerful. It can handle anything I throw at it. So, it runs on an Exynos 990 processor with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of UFS 3.0 storage that's still expandable. I've been watching a lot of videos lately, pampabawas stress, and I listen to Spotify or YouTube music while I clean and disinfect the house. That's every day. And I did notice that the stereo speakers on the S20 sound really good. As in, kahit lakasan ko yung volume, hindi sumasabog yung tunog. In fact, the sound is really crisp and the bass is just right. But if you are looking for a 3.5mm jack, sorry guys, wala na siya nito. So yeah, it's either you use the speakers on the phone or go for wireless earphones. The S20 has an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner which is accurate and is said to be more secure. I just can't help but wish that it had a wider fingerprint scanning area para mas madali siyang makita. And this isn't just for the S20. This is most smartphones with an in-display fingerprint scanner. But now, since I'm just home, I opted for face unlock. I know it's not as secure, but again, sa house lang naman tayo. It's really fast and really accurate. Now let's talk about the cameras. The S20 has 3 at the back. There's a 12-megapixel main shooter with an aperture of f1.8, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, and a 64-megapixel telephoto lens. You can go 3 times optical zoom or 30 times digital zoom. So yeah, wala siya nung 100 times space zoom na meron sa Ultra, which is insane and kinda creepy depending on how you use it. But honestly, it's not a deal breaker for me because it's nice to have, but I don't see myself using it a lot anyway. The selfie camera is 10 megapixels with an aperture of f1.9. The cameras are pretty good, they're sharp, they take great photos, and wala siyang autofocus issues that I heard meron sa Ultra. Anyway, I'll show you guys the shots that we have. Some were taken outside before the quarantine, and the rest were taken here at home. Actually, fam, I'll apologize ngayon pa lang because for our sample pictures this entire month, we have to make do with what we have at home, so our subjects are really limited. I'm sure you understand. Anyway, I'll show you what we have now. During the launch of the S20, one of the highlights was 8K video recording. But honestly, I've only used it once and it's just to try it out. Why? Well, first, wala naman akong 8K TV or any means to enjoy 8K videos at the moment. Second, ang laki ng file, it'll take up so much space. And third, this one doesn't support tracking autofocus. So right now I'm just happy with 4K video recording. The S20 series has 5G variants, but my phone right now only has LTE, and it's not a big deal for me kasi right now hindi pa rin naman 5G ready ang Philippines. Siguro mag-upgrade na lang ako when the time comes. But if you want a 5G phone ngayon na, as in now na talaga, well, the Ultra is 5G, and well, according to our friends from Samsung, hindi pa enabled yung 5G niya. But when the Philippines does become ready for it, may 5G na for everyone, then they will just roll out a software update. Then there you go, you're all set. The Samsung Galaxy S20 is 49,990 pesos. I know it's not cheap, but it's the most affordable among the three variants, and in my opinion, ito pa rin yung pinakasulit. Actually, fam, that's it for this review. I just want to share my experience and my thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy S20. But before I go, PSA lang, this is your reminder to disinfect your smartphones. To do that, best if you use a microfiber cloth. Basain niyo yung cloth ng part water, part alcohol, and then rub it gently on your phone para malinis yung phone nyo pero hindi rin siya magasgasan. So there. And that's it for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. For the latest tech news and gadget reviews from the Philippines, head to unbox.ph and follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Leia. Stay safe, fam. Bye!